just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Do you know any slow or special people?
Now there's plenty of tards out there living really kick-ass lives.
You're a moron.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard of.
Retard alert! Retard alert, class!
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Don't you feel like a stupid dummy?
He was a retard.
Time for Ask Dr. Stupid, with your host, Dr. Stupid.
Dumbass.
Yeah, hey dummies, welcome back. Maybe this is the first episode, maybe not. I'm Derek Woods, aka Dr. Stupid, and yeah, that's me. You know, I'm just a dummy trying to help other dummies be undumb. That's what we're here to do. So how's it going, man? Still going crazy. I'm not going to talk about the thing. I'm going to do everything I can to not talk about the thing. So, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Maybe I got a how-to. Last episode had a how-to on how to cook a good steak. Now, later, I'm going to teach you how to make a low-carb almond crust pizza. That's easy. That way you can make pizza at home. That's good and good for you. Let's see, what else? I've been watching The Last Dance about the Chicago Bulls. Have you guys seen that? Oh, it is great. Michael Jordan is amazing. He is awesome. And still people hating on him, man. Oh my God. They tried so hard to make him look bad, even though he was the best ever. They tried to make him look bad. And I don't know why. But they definitely did. Yeah, if you hadn't seen The Last Dance, definitely get on that. So, yeah. So if you don't know about Last Dance or the Chicago Bulls or anything, which I'm just going to assume that you don't, the Bulls won 6 NBA championships with Michael Jordan. And the last year, they knew it was going to be the last year because there was a bunch of there was some general manager that looks like the little fucked up guy from 300. I don't know his name, but the one that snitched on him about the goat path in the back. This is the same dude, bro. He is a little ugly fuck. And I mean, even a prostitute that he would hire would probably be like, you know what? I'm just gonna let my pimp beat me instead of paying this guy. And dude, Michael Jordan and them used to trash this guy, but they only trashed him because, you know, he was a little punk. He was trying to break up the team. It seemed like after they won the first and second championship, all this guy talked about was breaking that team up and getting new people. And you're like, wow. And it's because he was a little punk. And Jordan and Pippen used to berate this guy. Oh man, they shit on him so hard. It's hilarious. I love it. But so yeah, this last season they was like, you know what, you guys follow us around. We're going to document this last year. And Phil Jackson is the head coach, which is one of the best head coach ever. And little 300 tard boy didn't like him. He was like, this is Phil Jackson's last year. He tried to get rid of him the year before that. He'd won 5 championships, and he's like, we got to get him out of here. What?
Bruh.
Oh, I got my, let's see. Oh, no.
Bruh.
Yeah. Hey, I won 5 championships. Do you want me to come back and coach next year?
Bruh.
Michael Jordan says he's not coming back if I don't come back.
You're a moron.
Exactly. How you gonna get rid of Phil Jackson because he won 5 championships? You know, 3 of them in a row, which only 2 other teams have done before that, and you got the best player ever. And watching this documentary makes it not even a question. Like, sometimes people be like, oh, Kobe or LeBron. Bro, watch The Last Dance. You'll understand why Jordan's the best. Like, he was in the NBA a couple of months before everybody was like, oh, he's the best basketball player ever. You know, he hadn't even done anything yet. They knew it. And Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and all them, they're always like, we thought we were good. It was like, oh, yeah, MJ came in. He was some young punk. He's like, yeah, we were going to smash this guy. Wrong. Wrong. They got smashed. So anyway, everything was fine until, what was it? His the third championship he won. What happened? I think his dad died, and that's when he went to baseball. And I kind of remember all that, and he came back as 45 or whatever, but I didn't remember all the details. You know, I remember it happening, but I didn't remember any of the news stuff around it. So his dad got murdered in his car, and then the media tried to blame it on Michael Jordan, like, it's his fault. And you're like, what? Anyway, he got pissed, and he's like, fuck y'all, I'm retiring. I'm going to go play baseball. I like playing baseball anyway. And he was good. He went to a minor league team, and he started out with a 13-game hitting streak. In the, you know, like, I think he was in AA, not AAA. So 2 leagues lower than major leagues. On a major league, he was on the Sox, whatever Sox team he was on, their minor league team. Started out 13-game hit streak. Hadn't played baseball in like 12 years or 13 years or some shit. Just been playing basketball. No big deal. Just Michael Jordan. It's like, they was like, he was actually pretty good. If he would have stuck with it, he would have been 100% in the major leagues. I was like, because what I remember is, you know, everybody was like, he went to baseball and sucked or something, but he didn't. He had some trouble hitting change ups, but you know, that's going to happen when you're out. But they said he outworked everybody. They said he was at batting practice before everybody and after everybody, just getting better, just getting better, just getting better. And the only reason he stopped is because they had a strike in '94. Remember that? Nobody does, because baseball is garbage. One strike away from being soccer. So boring. But whenever they had the strike, that's when Jordan went back to the Bulls. He was like, you know what? I think I'm going to play basketball then. Came back as 45, and he only wore that for a few games. And then he lost one game, and somebody said, 45 ain't 23. Next day, came back 23, scored like 60 points, and won that game. He was like, fuck y'all. That's the thing about MJ is don't try to make a smart remark or say you beat him or fucking that he sucks at something, because he will be like, oh, you might have won today, but I'm going to embarrass you tomorrow. One of the big ones was there was a guy on his team, Armstrong, and they were teammates for like 4 years, won championships together and stuff, everything. And then they played together against each other in the last season, in the playoffs maybe. Anyway, the second game, Armstrong was on fire, and like they beat Jordan, and he was like fucking yelling and fucking showing out and all that stuff. And Jordan was just like, okay. And then the next day he came back and they won 4 in a row. The next game though, he like came back and did some all kind of ridiculous stuff, like shut that dude down. He had like 2 shots and then scored like 60, because this is what he does. He'll lose a game and be mad, And then the next day, he comes back and he'll score like 50, some 55, and win. Oh, man. He's like, I'll show you guys. But yeah, it's great. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen. And they also went along with the whole Olympic thing and the Dream Team, which was awesome. You know, he played in 2 Olympics. He got to play in between the time he got drafted. He got drafted number 3. And then they had the Olympics. And then he started pro basketball. And they said, we're so glad we got that 3rd draft pick, the Bulls, before the Olympics started, because once the Olympics started, everybody was like, wow, this guy is the best basketball player ever. Like, it only takes him like a week to be better than somebody if he meets somebody that's better than him. When he went to North Carolina, you know, he showed up and he was like, they had one of his former teammates on there. It's like, I was better than Michael when he showed up for about 2 weeks. And then he whooped his ass 1-on-1. And that was it, you know. And then he was the man. And always has been. And my point of all this is, even Michael Jordan, who's also, you know, just probably got a huge Johnson, bro. God damn. I bet women run away from that shit. But even he had haters, man. They're always trying to twist some negative story on him his whole life. And like, this dude never did shit. All he did was smoke cigars, play golf, and win championships, you know. And motherfuckers still try to hate on him, to the point where he quit talking to the media because he was like, fuck all of you guys. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, you can't fuck with Michael Jordan, man. That dude is so cool, man. He's funny. He's one of the best people I've ever seen. That documentary just points out this is one of the greatest guys that's ever lived, and people still hated on that guy. And you know who they were? A bunch of dummies, a bunch of idiots. Their little GM manager, fucking fuckface from 300 that snitched on the goat path that let him get killed. The betrayer. That's what this guy is. I'm telling you, man. Jerry Krause, that's his name, little bitch. So ugly. He's so ugly. Women wish he was Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? Prostitutes rather get beat by their pimp. Women wish he was Harvey Weinstein. You know, dude is ugly and small, and they used to belittle him. And then, oh, you know what else the media tried to do? They tried to. Michael Jordan's a cool dude, man. He's a dude. You know, he talks shit. That's the amount of shit that Michael Jordan talked is world record level. Like, there might not be a better shit talker. And this reporter guy wrote this book being like, Michael Jordan's mean to his teammates. And like, even some of his teammates like, yeah, he might act like an asshole. He's like, but we did win 6 championships. That shit worked. It worked like a champ. So, yeah, man, you know, and most time, dude, he was always joking. He was always joking around. Everything he said was a joke. He was always fucking with people like, hey, man, get security in here and take this guy out. And, you know, he'd be hanging out with security guards playing some game or some shit where he's beating them. He's like, y'all get y'all's ass out of here. Go protect the goddamn arena or some shit. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's fucking hilarious, man. I can't believe people hate on Michael Jordan, bro. You gotta be a psycho, you know. he's mean to his teammates. His teammates won 6 titles, 3 of them in a row. Bro, there's only like 2 other teams that did that. It's pretty good though. Don't like watching it. It's very inspirational to watch Michael Jordan because he's just like, I will fucking win no matter what. He would die. He would die to win real quick. Real quick. All right. So, what else going on, man? I don't know. Let's see. You guys seen that 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days season 4? That is a very long title, man. That was a title and a half. 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days season 4. Anyway, all right. The show is overall kind of dumb as hell, but there's some characters on there to make fun of. Now, I talked about the one guy that went to Ukraine 4 times and got stood up 4 times.
Bruh.
I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't think this guy's real. I think he's a fucking actor. I think it's all stage. I think they knew this guy was talking to this fake chick. And anyway, he's talking to this obviously fake girl. And he's went to Russia, or no, not Russia, the Ukraine. And now he has went like to the war zone of the Ukraine, because one time he was trying to take this girl on a cruise and she gave him an address to put on the cruise thing. So this dude's like, I'm going to track this motherfucker down. 'Cause he has spent like $100,000 chatting with this girl online for 7 years. And he keeps on saying like, this relationship, he's like, I don't know what's going to happen with our relationship now. And she stood him up 4 times in the Ukraine. Like, he was there. So then he went to her town, went to the address. Guess what? Some old Ukrainian dude in this old building, right? Has no idea who that girl is. Showed her obviously fake picture. And he's like, yeah, I've never seen that person ever. So then, and the website he chats with her on, he doesn't have her phone number, doesn't use email, only can talk to this girl on this website, and it only lets you talk to them if they are online. You can't even send a message and leave it. They have to be online, and you have to be online at the same time. So, goes to her house, then he goes to this restaurant. He's like, man, hope she's online. And she's not. And he goes back to his hotel room, and then finally she sends him a message or something. They start talking, and she's like, you want to meet at this restaurant at 2:00? And he's like, yes. And he's like, man, I knew it. I knew if I came up here, she would meet me. And he went and got roses and brought an extra shirt because he got all sweaty. Okay, not to mention, I didn't mention this earlier, this guy is 60 years old, and this girl is a 26-year-old, like 11 out of 10, you know. She is a straight smoke show from the Ukraine. But it's like, if you've seen one of her profile pictures, you would know instantly that she's a fake, you know. Anyway, so this dude in Ukraine, 4th time, she stood him up. She was supposed to meet him in a big town there, Odessa, I believe. And she stood him up there. So then he was going to her town, that cruise address, and even all the Ukrainians that he talked to there, they showed on camera, were like, that's not really a good idea. And like, that's kind of close to where like war zone and shit is, and fucking the roads are bad, and like people get attacked and shit. They're like, I wouldn't go there. You definitely shouldn't go. And he's like, nah, I'm going. And he went and he made it. He got a flat tire on the way, but he made it. And I think they set that up too because it looks set up. I think this dude's an actor because he's too stupid. He's too stupid. There's two of them on the show that are so dumb, it's not real. It can't be. Anyway. So he's sitting at that restaurant. Oh, yeah. Went to the address. She ain't there. Sitting at the restaurant. Finally got the message. Guess what? Didn't show up again. Ooh, who would have thought? So he sit at this restaurant 4 hours, roses, brought an extra shirt because he sweated through the other one. 60 years old. He's horrible. Like, he's a -1 on a scale of 1 to 10, and she's a 12. Easy, you know. So finally leaves, goes back to the hotel, gets back to America, all right? And this is the new shit because I just watched a new one last night. So he gets back to America and hires a private Czech investigator, right? So this guy only speaks Czech or Ukraine. My bad. Ukrainian, whatever they speak. I don't know. So he has to get a translator. And this dude is a private investigator. And he investigates this chick, right? For him. He had to hire somebody smart because he's so fucking stupid. So he gets a translator. The translator comes over and is like, okay, this girl has like 35 dating profiles. She's getting money from all these different guys. They're all, you know, they're just like telling him it's a scam. And he's like, no. He's like, you're wrong. He's like, this is bullshit. He's like, you guys don't know shit. He's like, I know her. You don't know her. And the translator is like, you've never met her. He's like, you guys don't know shit. Like, he didn't believe either of them. And there's two people sitting there telling him, it's like, hey, this is, you know, fake and all this stuff. And he's like, nah, fuck all that. And, yeah, he didn't believe a word of him. I think he fired the translator and he's like, I'm done with this guy. He's lying to me. You don't know. He's like, I got 7 years invested in this relationship. I love her. Never met her, bro. Went to Ukraine, toured town, got stood up 6 times in a row. And he's like, love her. Still love her. Like, one time he was almost like, I think I'm not going to talk to her anymore. Then he gets a message and she's like, do you want to do visa? Like, it's like 6 words. You know, he sent her like 7,000 messages. And she says, do you want to do visa? Oh my God. You get stood up 6 times, bro.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what I'm saying? You're just sitting around waiting on somebody. Fuck. Dude, I don't want to wait on somebody for 30 minutes. You know? I don't want to wait on somebody for an hour. I damn sure ain't going to the Ukraine and traveling to the war zone part of the country and getting stood up twice. Wrong address. Get stood up there. And then be like, and then a private investigator's like, yeah, they're just taking your money. And you're like, nah, this is bullshit. No, I ain't believing this guy. He lying to me.
Bruh.
Come on. Come on. You know better than that, man. Oh, man. And then, I watched one last night. There's this dude in Australia now. This dude's a good-looking dude. He's jacked. He looks like he's juicing. He's got, I mean, I don't know why he's wasting his time on this girl. You know, he looks like he's more than capable of, you know, doing whatever. And he's trying to get with some girl that's got like 2 kids and all that bullshit. Anyway, so this guy, apparently his job is a relationship coach or some bullshit like this. And he goes and does this seminar, right? And there's all of 7 girls in there. And then the one from the show. So he's got 8 people in there. And it is definitely 100% the first time he has ever done that shit. because he gets in there and he just starts fumbling and mumbling, or like he's not mumbling, but he starts saying this stuff, and like he starts saying all this like sexist shit, and like all the women, even his girlfriend that he's been banging for 2 weeks, she's getting mad at him, and she is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh." So he had to get up in front of like 8 people and just bomb, dude. I think he's just a professional bullshitter. That's what he sounds like to me. He just bullshits his way through everything. And this is the first time he had to like get up in front of some people and pretend he wasn't bullshitting. And it did not go well for him, dude. Like, not at all. He had to walk out of the room and come back. And like the girls in the audience were just fucking hammering him with questions. Be like, you know, I don't know. It was very cringy. It was one of the most cringy things I've ever seen. I was sweating, you know, because the dude was over there bombing. He was over there bombing hard, dude. Hilarious. Definitely the first time he ever tried to do that. He tried to set it up for the fucking show, and it was garbage. And how is that a real job, man? It's not a real job. And he can't be making money. Somebody else giving him money, because he had 7 girls there. You know, he probably only had 3 that signed up, and the show probably went and got 4 more, so it didn't look so fucking sad in there. It was in like this little room, man, and dude, I bet 2 girls signed up for that, and then the TV show got the other ones and filled it in. How you making money off that? What do you do? I mean, is he charging $100 fucking for this bullshit thing? I mean, I don't think so. So, how much money did he make off that? I mean, he probably had 3 paying $60. Wow, I did a horrible speech for $60. That's what I did. Oh man. 90-day dummies. And then the last dummy of okay, these would be the dummies of the week. I'll start doing that as a segment. So now I got a how-to and the dummies of the week. Dummies of the week right now, 90-Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, season 4. It's full of some fucking dumb fucks. Last dummy is this lady, Yolanda. What up, Yolanda? You know, and she's got an obviously fake guy. This lady is like 54, has 6 or 7 kids, has the worst body you could imagine. Imagine a bad body. Imagine a old black lady that's had 6 kids body. That's what she looks like. And she got a Williams. She's calling Williams with an S. Williams on Instagram that she's been talking to, which is another obvious fake. And this is her response to everything on every episode. I don't know what's going on. He's like, he deletes his whole Instagram. She's trying to fly to England. First off, he's in England. She's trying to fly to Manchester to meet this guy, right? And she's like trying to buy a plane ticket. And she's like, where am I flying to? Give me your address. All this shit, trying to go see him. And guess what? His Instagram account gets deleted. Then, I guess she was sending nudes to whoever is catfishing her ass. And they were like, if you don't give us some money, we're going to release these pictures. I'm like, nobody wants to see them. I mean, if I was her, I'd be like, okay, release them. I want somebody. If anybody will look at these, please contact me. Because nobody wants to see any kind of pictures of this chick, for sure. And then another random account messages her, and it was like, oh, Williams got hacked and threatened and all this, and and she buys every second of it. And she's like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. And then you see, she always showing her phone when she's talking to him or whatever. And it's like she sends 6,000 messages and he writes, yeah. You know what I mean? But, God, that lady's so dumb. I wish her and the Ukraine dude could find each other and then just be two idiots together. I don't even know how they'd make it to the end of the week without dying. You know, just like walking out in front of traffic and fucking dying. Oh, man. I think his mic's too loud. I'm going to turn it down. Is that better? I hope so. I hope I didn't fuck this whole podcast up with that. My headphones are all jacked up, I think. I don't know. I'm working out the kinks. This is only the fourth one, so don't hate me yet. Give me more time to make this suck less. Because the first one definitely sucked. The second one sucked a little less. The third one I felt like was kind of okay. And then this one's got a song and some sound drops and all that shit. So I'm trying, bitches. I'm out here trying. So leave me alone. Don't hate on Michael Jordan, man. Don't be a hater, dude. Being a hater's for dummies. Don't be a dummy. Don't be a hater. You know? Somebody's out and they got some good shit. Fuck them, man. Ain't your life anyway. Who cares what other people do? Whatever. What else? Alright. So, it's time for the, I need a sound drop for to come in for the, how to part of the thing. So, how to make a low carb pizza.
You're a moron.
Yeah, I am. Anyway. So, I like making almond flour crust pizza. You guys ever have that cauliflower crust shit? Not good. 0 out of 10. It's always way too watery, and it's not the best. Almond flour crust is where it's at. Now, this is easy to do, and you can make this pretty quick. Like, if I wanted to make a whole pizza and I had all the stuff, you know, I mean, I can make it in 15 minutes, easy. So, you know, first things first, get out of the oven hot. 425, I think. Yeah. So this crust is going to be mozzarella, some cream cheese, almond flour, of course. That's the main thing. Got to get that fine almond flour. Don't get coarse. You want it fine as you can. And then an egg and some silvery, spicery seasonings, you know. So first thing you do is you get you 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella, right? And you could do it by weight if you want to. I don't know. I just pack I almost use a whole cup, you know. I use a bunch. I use in between 3/4 and a cup. And I know there's probably 7/8 or whatever, but you know, the recipe says 3/4 cups. And then, man, use you about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of cream cheese. So you got your shredded. Now, this is a secret I've learned over time to make this go a lot better. What I do, shredded mozzarella, actually, you know what? I think it's 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella. Almond flour is the 3/4 cup. Yeah. So you use the 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella, right? Then get your 3/4 cup of almond flour, maybe a little bit more if you want. Put that in there and mix it with the shredded mozzarella cheese before you pop it in the microwave. So you want to do this in a microwavable big bowl, right? Mix that up. And also at this time, I would get some Italian seasonings, throw in there too. Mix it up with that almond flour. Maybe even some garlic. So, some Italian seasoning shit. Put it in there. Mix it up. Then put your 2 ounces of cream cheese in there. Pop it in the microwave for a minute, minute and a half. It'll melt. Do it till, it looks all melty, man. Stir it together a little bit. See what's up. Then take it out. Let it cool for kind of a second because you don't want it blazing hot. And then the last thing you do is add that egg in there. And it is a bitch to work that egg in there. Like, you really got to work it in there. And sometimes you might have to pop it back in the microwave for like 10 seconds if it gets too cold. But have that egg out. Let it get to room temperature a little bit. Throw it in there. So finally, you got to get your hands dirty in that thing or use a fork. And it's a bitch. The egg is the hardest part to get it in there. And it's a motherfucker, man. But once you get it in there, just keep working at it. And use a fork, something, man. Just fucking go to town trying to incorporate it in that dough. If you want to before that, you can add a pinch of baking powder, I think. Just a little bit in the dough. Help it rise a little. There you go. And there's other ways to do that, man. You can look at, it's called fathead crust. Fathead crust. I'll get you the exact recipe. This is just the way that I do it. I do it from memory now. I don't even look at anything. I used to look at the recipe every time, but I can just do that shit now. So, you got your ball of dough. It's all melty and stuff. You gotta get some parchment paper. Get you a big rectangle pan. Get a good rectangle pan and make the thing into a rectangle. Don't make a circle one. It's too retarded. It's too tarded. And get you a rectangle pan. Get a rectangle piece of parchment paper. Put that dough on there, and then put parchment paper on top of it and roll it out like a rolling pin. You can use like a bottle of wine or a broomstick if you could untwist it. Just get something to roll with. You know what I'm saying? You can use a bottle of wine, something. Just roll it out. And you roll it out to fit that square pan pretty good. Now, when you take that top parchment paper off, what you want to do, get a fork and you got to stab some holes in it. Because this thing will get air pockets and blow a big air pocket up and it'll suck. That's what you're trying to prevent. Now, don't stab a bazillion holes in there. Just like a light amount of holes. Like, think about a medium amount of fork stabs into your dough and then cut that back just a hair. There, and that'll be the perfect amount of fork stabs in there. Get your little garlic salt, throw it on top, and then you bake this thing 425 in your oven, just the crust, for 8 minutes. Set it for 7-8 minutes. And then go check it and see if you got any more holes. Because by this time, and dude, watch it the whole time. I look at mine the whole time. If you see a big bubble bubbling up, just open it up and stab that thing with your fork real quick and cut that out. So check it at the 8-minute mark. Make sure your shit ain't bubbling up. And then if it's not, go ahead and cook it like 3 more minutes, 4 more minutes. Let it get brown. Don't burn it. Obviously, watch it. Be smart. Don't be a retard. Don't let it fucking burn. Look at it. So cook it till it's good and brown. Take it out. Let it cool for a second. All right. And then all you need is your toppings, man. You got your crust. Your crust is baller. So at this point, what you want to do, turn that broil on high. Broil that shit. This is how you get good shit. You ever see people cook a pizza and they put it in their oven, come out, and the cheese is just melted on top, but it's not like, pizza cheese where it's all, bubbly and shit. Because they don't broil it. You got to have that heat on top, man. You got to cook that cheese, baby. So anyway, I roll like this, man. I'll just straight get some pasta sauce or something, just low carb, just regular marinara. And hey, man, marinate it up. Get that Rayo's or whatever. It's only got like 3 carbs. Put that Rayo's on there. Spread it out. And then you got your cheese. Get some mozzarella. Get some pepperoni. Whatever toppings you want. And then make sure you put a little mozzarella on top of your toppings. Get your little Italian seasoning on top. Pep, pep, pep. Pop it in that broil. Let that cheese melt. Pop it out. And there you got your almond flour crust pizza. And it'll be good. It'll be low carb. And it's not that bad, man. Now, the first time you make this, it might not be that great. But by the 10th time you make one, it will be. And it's super easy, man. All you really need is the microwave and your preset oven. And, dude, I mean, it's super easy. Because all you're really doing is microwaving some cheese, mixing that shit together, and then spreading it out, bake, toppings, bake. Easy. Boom. Low carb meal. So, instead of ordering from Little Caesars and Pizza Hut and eating all those carbs and all that bullshit ass crust, all them extra glutens, fucking, make you a low carb pizza, man. It'll be good. Try it out. You know, make 10 of them, and then you'll be good at it. You could even make those crusts and put them in the freezer, and then whenever you want one, pop it out, throw the toppings on there, pop it in the oven, boom, low carb pizza in like 7 minutes. You know, just as long as it takes to melt some toppings. And that's how you eat low carb pizzas, man. Almond flour crust. And then you could add, some people add other shit. They add some xanthium gum in there. Like I said, the baking soda. Some people put yeast. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of experimentation. But the base is mozzarella, cream cheese, almond flour, egg. That's the main. Whatever you add from there is on you. I add all kind of shit, man. Like, I put seasonings in my almond flour, garlic salt. I put all kinds of stuff. I make Hawaiian pizzas. And look, if you're one of those people who's like, pineapple on pizza, go kill yourself if you get angry at somebody for eating food they like. Dude, Hawaiian pizza is dope. It's dope as fuck. Try it out, man. I love it. You know? Dude, if you're one of those people, pineapple on pizza, dude, you wouldn't make it out in the world. You gotta try stuff. I was in Korea, man. Try all kind of crazy shit. I ate so much stuff, I have no idea what it is. It's ridiculous. Get some of that Kagogi. That's what dog is in Korea. Kagogi. I think that's it. Sounds right. Beef is bulgogi, and I think dog is Kagogi. I don't remember. I don't think I ate any. Well, that I know of. I probably definitely ate some. You know, I always wonder about how many, you know, meals I've had where I've ate some cat or some rat or something like that and had no idea. And I was like, this shit is so good. And somebody's like, yeah, that was fucking whiskers in the back. Boy, that's that old cat leg that you got on there, you know. It's had to happen. It's had to happen multiple times. I don't know. I don't care, man. I'm just like, you remember that old movie with Sylvester Stallone, where Demolition Man, where they went underground and he was eating that burger. He's like, man, this is a good beef burger. He's like, beef. He's like, that's a rat. It's a rat burger. And he was like, well, whatever, tastes good. That's how I feel, man. Dude, if you gave me a burger and I ate it and it was delicious, and then you told me, well, that's a rat burger. And I was like, that's a good-ass rat, boy. That was a good-ass rat. You know? As long as it tastes good, I don't care what it is. You know? They were like, hey, that's fucking, you know, roasted giraffe. Sign me up, man. I'll eat it. I don't care. That's goddamn fillet of baby seal. Fried. Dip it in some Chipotle mayo. You know, I don't care what it is, man. As long as it tastes good. Make it taste good. Oh, man. So, try it out. Make you a fathead pizza. Stay off the carbs. Stay off of Little Caesars and Pizza Hut. You know, that shit ain't good for you. Quit eating it. It's for your health. Let's see. We talked about 90 Day Fiance. Those people are stupid. Talked about Last Dance. Michael Jordan having haters. Don't be a hater. How to make a, fat head crust pizza. And, that's it for right now, man. I gotta head out and do some shit. And, I don't think I talked about the thing this whole time. So fuck off, bitches. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a goal to not talk about the thing as much as possible. So, stay dumb. Try to come. Stay home if you're sick. Come over if you're thick. And it is what it is, man. I'm out of here. About to go out in the world and cough in some people's faces. Damn it. I talked about it at the end. Bye.